Yeah, right there. One moment of truth. Buried in black right there. All right, guys, you guys get ready. Got our guest on the phone right now. Rich really is on the Skype. Bobby Black from High Times. Dude, what is going on in New York tonight? Because I know what's going on in Oregon.
What's up, man? How's it going? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we got you, dude. You sound great, man. Doing good here in Oregon. Bobby, I know you guys have heard the news there all over the world. You guys have been keeping up as you guys have been a consistent leaders in this cannabis community. Thoughts on Oregon?
Yeah, congratulations, guys, for legalizing it. Awesome news.
Thank you very much, man. We're so freaking proud. It's been a long, hard road. Many Oregonians banding together to make this happen, along with, in the national, man. It's just, this is a national movement, isn't it, Bobby? And High Times has been all there in it, and we're seeing growth all over the place. How are you feeling about the growth in the cannabis community right now? What's High Times seeing?
It's pretty awesome. The business end of things has really taken off. There's been cannabis business conferences in New York recently, and Colorado and all over. And obviously we are super stoked about what's happened in Oregon and Alaska and DC, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of talk in DC as well.
Yeah, are you expecting, you guys are closer to the DC area on the East Coast there than we are. Looking at that, we feel like Oregon's going to stick. We have a little bit of fight left, but we've already passed. We're going to stick. Washington, D.C., we're not sure on the West Coast. Do you feel like that's going to stick? That's really going to hold?
I don't know. There's a good chance it might not, because it's not a state. The Congress has the ability to override that voter initiative, I believe. So there's a good chance that they might kill that. But it's really interesting to see how it plays out, and for however long it lasts, I'm sure that people in Washington will use it to their advantage and use it to make a statement and try to hopefully protest and make their voices heard to the people on the Capitol Hill.
Yeah, no matter what. I mean, I think, Russ, didn't we get over 70% vote there in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, it was like 69.4% vote for marijuana legalization. Now, of course, they don't have a market in their marijuana legalization, but still, that's quite a number.
Yeah, no, it's really high number, and very pleased to see what's going on there. And we'll just keep posted. You guys keep watching High Times for the news like that too. We'll have it on 420 as well. Talking with Bobby Black of High Times right now. And Bobby, are you guys looking at California maybe next? What are you guys thinking for the next state? Where if you had to look and guess, where do you think we're going to go with this?
I would be shocked and disappointed if Cali didn't go legal in 2016 for sure. They were the pioneers with the first, medical marijuana state, and they have, been the pioneers in growing in the Emerald Triangle for decades, and it's about time. I mean, it's almost de facto legal there anyway, because the medical laws are so kind of lenient there, but still, there's a lot of people that can be arrested for it, and there's just no reason for, Cali needs to go full legal for sure.
Exactly, we really do, and I do think that it does make sense for California to be 2016, and let's start looking at them, and I'd like to see us look back at Florida again. What do you think about Florida?
I think that Florida, the vote in Florida for medical got a huge percentage. The problem was that they were trying to do an amendment to their constitution, which requires a full 60% to change. So a simple majority didn't pass it, unfortunately. And I know that our friend Bobby Tuna, Robert Platshorn down there, and he's been promoting to the seniors for years now, like helping sway the senior vote towards medical marijuana. He's done a great job down there. We're going to be giving him the Freedom Fighter of the Year award, actually, in Amsterdam in just a few weeks.
Very cool.
But he's done a lot of amazing work down there, and I think we really need to give credit not just to him, but to all the activists in your state and Alaska and everywhere that have made these things possible, because it's only through the hard work of the activists that these things happen. They don't just happen out of nowhere. Now that the business community is finally starting to see the money potential here, and they're starting to invest in the cannabis industry, we're going to see some much bigger changes on a national scale, because they're seeing, hey, there's billions of dollars in this, and why should we let that money stay in the black market when we can be, having it be part of legitimate industry and being taxed and having that money being funneled to help city and state governments.
Yeah, it's totally true. And speaking of all that, and speaking of industry and stuff, you probably make it to Colorado a lot more than we do. Now that it's been 2 years, looking back on Colorado and Washington, where do you think we stand on that? Where do you think we are?
I think Colorado's leagues ahead. Washington is catching up, but they still have a ways to go, it seems like, as far as the regulatory system and whatnot. But Colorado's really been paving the way, and they're re-examining, I think, their edible regulations right now. But as far as concentrates go, as far as just the rec shops and everything, they've just been really on point with it. I think that they're moving in the right direction. They're setting the standard for everybody else to kind of look to. And the same way Cali did with the medical, they're kind of setting that standard with the rec.
Yeah, it's so true. It's hard to think, isn't it, to go back to that time period of like 1995, 96, when Cali was just passing Proposition, what is it, 215 and
215.
I mean, it was just like, we feel like we're light years away from that time period, but in reality, when we're looking at the laws and the books, I mean, we're still right there, almost right there in that period. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, things are moving faster and faster now. You're going to see more and more states. I mean, we just picked up 2 more states, and 2016, I guarantee we're going to pick up a couple more probably. And like I said, the momentum's, the money's behind it, the momentum's behind it. We have, younger generation of people out there that are voting and, voting for pot. And it's really, it's exciting time to be alive to be a stoner.
Yeah, no, it really is. And our industry's grown so much, and, with the business, and then with, so many growers through the years, and with them keeping us in a black market state, for us to figure our way, we've been able to figure out all our own BHOs now, and this whole difference, and the hashes, and the tools that we've used through the years, and they still, that whole market is what has helped create us, and we have paved the way the whole time ourselves. As you mentioned, it's not the suits really that's done these laws. It's all of us activists out there, and so you guys definitely keep it going. We appreciate High Times and everyone else going like that. All right, there you guys. There's a little bit of a look into the nation from Bobby Black and myself, and hopefully we'll kind of get going and see how things are going and keep pushing and get another state like California in 2016. All right, Bobby, music has always been a big thing with you, dude. You've always been in High Times and, promoting bands and just going to shows and doing things. And speaking of November 4th, when we passed all these laws, you guys on High Times yourself have The Skull. You premiered a band called The Skull, and they're releasing a debut LP called For Those Which Are Asleep, and it's releasing on TP Records. The tune is Sick of It All. We're going to be playing that song in about 30 seconds. Lead us into that tune. Tell us about this band. What do you know?
Cool. Well, The Skull features a few original members of the band Trouble, Stoner Doom band Trouble from the 90s. If you guys were fans, I was a huge Trouble fan back in the day.
Huge fan.
And so this stuff sounds a lot like old Trouble. There's it's got that feel, that vibe to it, and it's just that like super psychedelics, not super psychedelic, but it's got like a tinge of psychedelic, but super heavy, doomy stoner stuff. So I love it. I'm really digging this new record.
You can find it on hightimes.com/The Skull Premiere, and we're about to play it to you right now. And on the flip side is a brand new John Garcia tune, and we'll come back with Bobby Black and ask him about the cannabis cups and more tunes. You guys load them up, come back. This is The Skull, sick of it all.
Sounds of fear